Hey friends, how are ya? Happy Friday. Hope you had a wonderful week and a wonderful 4th of July. So happy to be back here with you guys. I know that the birds have been busy, busy, busy at the feeders just by the amount of times that some of you have come in and told us how busy your feeders have been, which is great to hear. We know the bird activity is really good with all the babies that are coming out and even last broods being made. My dad just told me, I think on Tuesday, he was telling me how his wren has babies that are almost ready to fledge and they're already starting a new nest. So they're trying to try for that last brood this month. This is the month to make it happen. Most of our songbirds finish nesting this month. So this is the last hurrah for most of them. The only exclusions are going to be our late season bluebirds and also our American goldfinches, because the American goldfinches especially are just beginning nesting season. You might start seeing them build nests. That's where these nest building balls and the other nesting material come in really big and handy and can be super fun to watch, because those goldfinches are going to be starting to pluck out that material to make out those nests. So it's a good time to put nesting material out if you haven't already. If you are offering nesting material, keep it going. Really, nesting season is a long time, but depends on what kind of birds we're talking about. So for everyone else, it's ending this month, whereas a few birds are just starting or finishing up a little bit later in the season. So nesting season is still to be had, but we are going to be wrapping it up this month, so make sure that those feeders are stocked, so when your birds come by with their babies, those new baby fledglings, that they can dine deliciously at your feeders. So, and you can enjoy that behavior because it's so fun to watch baby birds figure out how to use a feeder for the first time. It's amazing. So definitely enjoy it while it's here. All right. Really quick, I want to talk about two events that are coming up. We don't have anything going on in the store this week, but on Monday, that's this coming Monday, the 13th, we have our bird outing for July. So we meet at the Rock Run Preserve on Black Road Access. It's right past the library, depending on which direction you're coming. But it's that preserve right there, that entrance. We meet at 9 o'clock. Bring your optics if you don't have any. We have a wonderful selection here at the store, so I'd highly recommend you come and check that out. And that is a rain or shine event. So we will go out whether it is raining or not. We will be there. So I will be there. All right. Also coming up the following weekend, which is the 18th, in the store we have an in-store presentation on feathers, the importance of feathers, and molting. So if you want to deep dive in on feathers and all things molting, this is the presentation for you. It's a brand new presentation. Really good stuff there. So if you've been to a couple of our presentations and know that we've been kind of doing a few repeats of those programs for people that may have not seen them already, this is a brand new one. So come on by. Definitely call the store to reserve a seat if you're interested in coming. Okay, that's happening July 18th, 11 a.m. All right. All the rest of our events can be found, pretty sure, for all of July. They're all on our website. They should be on Facebook for the most part. We have a craft. We have the rock painting craft at the end of the month. So we have a couple things happening this month to keep it going good. In the store, we have a wonderful presentation. We have a wonderful promotion going on in the store and online. July is our bird food sale month. So all of our bird food products go on sale for 15% off through for everyone through the 15th. So that deadline's coming up. It's the 10th already. So be sure that you stop in and grab those items and stock up on seed or suet or jelly, Niger, whatever your go-to is. This is the time to stock up on it. Now, if you are Daily Savings Club, you get some pretty big benefits, because not only does your sale go past the 15th and you get the sale for the entire month of July, you also get an additional 5% off. So if you are just coming in for seed and you're not signed up for Daily Savings Club, I really encourage you to check it out, learn a little bit about it. That promotion, that sale goes in store or online. So if you're a Daily Savings Club member and you sign up with us, you can use it in store or online. And what being a Daily Savings Club means, a DSC member, it's a daily savings program for buying bird food. So every day that you come in, you're always having a bird food sale. Since every time that you come in, you get 15% off, no matter what. Whereas if you're not, you're waiting on those months where we're having bird food sales to receive that 15% off. On top of that 15% off, every time that you buy bird food, you're also earning a $10 bird buck for every $200 you spend in the store, and it's a cumulative. So we keep track of the points and all that, and it lives on our system. You don't have to remember to bring in a card to punch or nothing. It lives under your name in our system, right? Once you reach 200 points, again, we issue you that bird buck, but it's not something that you have to remember. Again, it lives on the system, so you don't have to remember to bring in that coupon. When you want to use it, we really can't move forward on the register to ring you out unless we ask you if you want to use it. So they last for about 6 months, and you get reminders to use them through your email. But it's a really great program for saving, especially on bird food. I know some of you that are Daily Savings Club members, you can probably comment in the comments and let us know how amazing you think the program is. Some of you have saved hundreds of thousands of dollars through the program just because of the hobby that you love, and you're saving every day that you come in. So really great stuff. Now, what perks the benefits for Daily Savings Club members when we have our bird food sales is members get an additional 5% off of all those sale prices. So you're closer to a 20% off, which is pretty amazing. Now you also get a free gift for joining, and you get a free renewal gift. Now joining only costs $25 for the entire year. So it's a pretty amazing club. You can join in store or online just by visiting our website. You can go and check that out. And it'll prompt you on how to join from there. But really great program. If you haven't already, come on and join, because the savings are amazing. You also get monthly promotions just for members only. So good stuff there. So the other thing that's happening in store and online is we have a special promotion just to end out nesting season, which is our 25% off of nesting super blend. That goes for the seed cylinders and the loose seed, and this goes concurrent with the bird food sale. So everything else will be 15% off except these two products. You can save 25% off while supplies last. Nesting Super Blend is made with all the ingredients that the birds need, not only for mom and dad, but for the babies, especially as they come to your feeder to dine. You know, tons of sunflower seeds and natural safflower, mealworms, I'm sure you can see them on here, peanuts, tree nuts, and bark butter bits, and of course calcium to make strong bones for strong babies. So good stuff to put out there, especially as birds finish out nesting season super strong. I would definitely highly recommend putting out Nesting Super Blend for them, all right? I want to show off 2 new products that we've gotten in this week. I know we've gotten in a couple more, but I just wanted to show off these 2 specifically. One is a feeder, and the other is a decor item that I know some of you have been asking about. So I'm going to quickly, here it is. This one is a chime, but it's specifically a bamboo chime, and they are hand carved and painted. And how amazing is that? Look at that cardinal. It's just so beautiful. These are made by the same people that make our gordos. Excuse me. So really, really cute stuff that have started to trickle in, but this one is one of the new ones too. How cute is that? Perfect for outside. The new feeder, though, I wanted to kind of show off that one too. This new feeder is a window feeder. It is part bark butter and then a part cup feeder. I'm going to show you, okay? So very similar to the bark butter feeder that you attach to the window and then you clip it in. So I'll show you how that works. So it's really simple. You have these 2 cups that come with it. So this feeder will go on your window like so, as if I'm the window here. And here in this middle part here where all these wells are is where you're going to spread all your bark butter. Now, bark butter is a great product to also use this time of year because it's filled with calcium and the protein and nutrition that birds need to get through nesting season, but also start molting season. So this is great for that. Of course, the cups are equally as amazing because who doesn't love a treat? So I like to put bark butter bits in cup feeders like this, or even little snack size portions of a favorite blend, whether it's nesting super blend or cardinal confetti. Maybe the seed of the month could go in here as well. So just think about all the options. Bark butter bits, mealworms, you name it, could probably go in here. So really good stuff. Again, this is a window feeder. What I love about the setup of this and how it's a 2-piece feeder is that this part remains on your window. Okay, so you can suction that on really good and then take this part off when you want to refill. So, and how it works is you see the little notch, you just line up the nail with the hole and slide it down and it locks it into place. Super, super cool. Now we have had ones very similar to this, they just don't have the cups in it. So you have both options. All right. So, happy Friday, Valerie. Great to see you. If you've ever had problems with hooking up your suction cups to the window, I have a quick trick and I'm going to tell you about it. A secret in on how to get your suction cups to have a great hold. 2 great things to do. Make sure that the outside of that window is nice and squeaky clean. And then the next step is that you want to make sure that your suction cups get super pliable. Now these can be removed, which are nice in this case, so we don't have to worry about dealing with a bar and how we're going to make these flexible. What I like to do is I like to warm a little bit of water in the microwave, let's say a couple, like maybe 30 seconds, and then dunk my my suction cups right in. I let them sit there until the water is they've been sitting there for quite a time so that they're really, really pliable. Once they are really, really pliable and it doesn't cause a lot of require a lot of force to open them up really wide to get a good suction, that's the perfect what you want. That's what we're looking for. We want them to be super pliable, super easy to move, and then we're going to reinsert them real quick, line them up, and then we're going to get that good hold because now that they're super flexible and you have that nice, beautifully squeaky clean window, you're going to suction on there, and I'm going to tell you that suction is going to be super, super strong, and you won't have a problem with things falling off. All right, it's a tried and true fact. It's worked for me every time. All right, let me know if you have any other tips for suction cups, but I'm pretty hard on that water trick. That's been a really good one for me as well. All right, it is so neat, Valerie. It's a really cool feeder. I'm really excited for it. When I saw it come in, I was like, oh my gosh, that's amazing. Actually, when I saw it at the trade show, I was so ecstatic because I think it's so cool to be able to offer multiple foods in one feeder. That kind of function feeder is just amazing. All right, the next thing I want to talk about before we get to the end here is I want to talk about a new thing that we're doing at the store, which is called Seed of the Month. And the Seed of the Month is a way for you to learn about maybe a new blend that you haven't tried already. And this is a great way to try new things, learn about them, and see how your birds react. Maybe you'll get new birds that you haven't seen before, so that's always exciting. Today, the seed of the month this month is our Choice Plus blend. So if you have ever used Choice Blend, which comes in a red bag, if you're using the 20-pound bags, that is mostly sunflower seed, sunflower chips, safflower, some striped seeds, and a little bit of peanuts. Now the plus on that, to make it a plus blend, it adds tree nuts, and it adds bark butter bits, it adds cherries and cranberries and calcium to that mix. I grabbed a little bit in this cup just to show you today, but you can see that we have got some, I mean, besides the peanuts, we've got some almonds in here and walnut nuts. I see some cherries, I think, in here too, but it's a great blend, great variety of ingredients in there. There is sunflower chip. Oh, here's that, probably the cherry or cranberry right here. But that great blend of all that fruit and fats and seed and nuts really makes it super appealing to so many varieties of birds. So it's a local favorite for all your local birds. All your regular favorites are going to love this blend on top of your blue jays, on top of your cardinals, and your woodpeckers. If you have tried Tree Nutty Plus, it is very similar into the amount of tree nuts, the types of tree nuts that are in there. Very similar makeup. It's just that the ratios are a little bit different. Where Tree Nutty is more nuts and less seed, like actual shelled seed, Choice Plus is the opposite. So it has more seed and less nut product. So this is a great blend to use in, say, a tray feeder. Something like this, right? You put a scoop or so in here and fill it up, put a dome over it, and you're good to go. Those birds will love you. I like trays. You know my favorites are trays because just how it's a dinner table, everyone's welcome. You can put whatever you'd like in it. I would also recommend using it in a hopper feeder. So this is a hopper feeder that I grabbed. This one has some suet cages on the end, but it's super easy to fill, and then the seed will flow underneath the little ledge here, and the birds can eat that all out. Similarly, we have one new fly-through feeder, and that is this guy that has just come in, has just flown in, but again, it's like a covered tray. So really great way to feed the birds. Just by putting the seed in there, and it has already a cover built in already in the feeder. I really like this one as well. I'm a big fan I'm a sucker for fly-throughs, all right? Any kind of a covered tray is right up my alley for seed. Now the reason why I prefer a tray or hopper feeder using this blend versus, say, a tube feeder is because of some of the ingredients that are in here that could clog up your feeder. So if you're using a tube feeder, I might recommend a different blend than Choice Plus, just simply because some of the sizes of the nuts in here are pretty large. On top of the fruit that's in here, sometimes can get a little clogged in your feeder, especially depending on the weather. If it's warm outside, some of the ingredients stick a little bit together. I have found myself that sometimes my eliminator, which I have in the historically used Choice Plus with, has gotten clogged sometimes depending on the size of the nuts that are in there. I mean, look at this walnut that's in here, just to show you. I mean, these are diced, but they're pretty big still. Like this one, this is a piece that's in there. It's a walnut, basically. It's a whole walnut. But there's a couple big pieces of nuts that are sometimes found in this blend, and I just find without the headache, I don't put it in my eliminator anymore. I use other blends in there, and instead I'm using this in a tray feeder. I'm using this in my hopper feeder. It's a great blend. On top of that calcium that we know gives babies some strong bones, it gives moms and dads strong bones as well, and it gives them all the protein that they need to finish out this nesting season strong. So really great blend. I highly recommend you to try it if you have not ever tried it before. It's a great blend to use this time of year. So come on by and check that out. All right. will you get one with, will that work with the weighted squirrel proof feeders? Yeah, so it may work with the Absolute. Let me bring over the Absolute. I'll show you. Yeah, I put my nesting blend in my eliminator, my tube style squirrel proof feeders. My nesting blend goes through that really well. It's just sometimes Choice Plus with the fruit and the bigger tree nuts, it sometimes clogged it. But I'm going to show you the Absolute, which is I think the best option when using Choice Plus for a squirrel proof feeder. I'm going to show you. Alrighty, here it is. So this one is actually pretty cool for two reasons, because it is squirrel proof, so the weight of the squirrel will push down and close the port so they won't have access to it. It does have two different sides, and you can change the tension on either side. So say you wanted to allow little birds to have only access to both sides, but only one side is allowed for the larger birds. You can loosen the tension a little bit or increase it depending on the birds that you want to have access to it. It is a hanging feeder, but it does come with holes that you can mount it. We have mounted this feeder itself at the Pilcher Park Nature Center on a pole. So this is a squirrel proof feeder that they're using. But yes, I do use chunkier blends in hopper feeders a little bit better, because I think it flows out better and doesn't get as clogged as quickly as a tube feeder would. Good question. Yeah, I put nesting blend in there. Yeah, in mine. It's the peanuts in there aren't too big. It flows pretty good in there. Sometimes, depending on the batch of cardinal confetti, sometimes cardinal confetti can clog up your eliminator. But again, I think it's just based on the blend, the batch of that blend. Sometimes the tree nuts in there, again, don't get diced as fine as others. And I think that is my problem. But for the most part, all the other blends fill really nicely in there. I would just stay kind of away from some of the No Mess Plus and Choice Plus, just because of the fruit that's in there, and sometimes the tree nuts that are in there that could clog up your tube, especially through an eliminator. Good question. Anyone else have a question while we're here? All right, guys, we'll see you next week. Next Friday, we're going to come up with a couple of different topics. I'm going to maybe put out a survey during the week to find out what you guys would like to hear about. So stay tuned and keep an eye out for a survey to come through. Love to hear your opinion, what you want me to talk about, what you want to hear about. Yeah, you guys have a great week. Don't forget to stop by last weekend of the general bird food sale. Now, if you're a Daily Savings Club, don't forget you get the whole month, so you don't have to hurry on in. But you do get that 15% plus that additional 5% for being a Daily Savings Club member. Super easy to join. If you haven't joined already, you can do it in-store or online. It takes literally seconds to join, $25 for the year. You get some great benefits, all right? You guys have a great weekend, and we'll see you next Friday. Bye now.